Facebook fam, Instagram fam, TikTok fam, happy Saturday. This is your brother Ben J. Willard with another fasted cardio. We made it to Saturday on fasted cardio. My schedule has changed, so I've been missing you guys during the week. But like I stated on yesterday, I'm going to give you a heads up the day before when we do the walk and talk cardiovascular 30-minute session on your cardiovascular equipment, treadmill, upright bike, recumbent bike, Stairmaster, run in place, fasted cardio. I'm going to bring you guys on a journey because you know I need to lose weight, man. I fell off, 180 days of rehab and I kind of fell off. Nobody's fault but mine, but I mean, the better I got, and I started to like, man, what's going on? Anyway, the topic of discussion this morning is an equation that I put on the screen. A lot of people talk about love and this, and I'm in this, and I'm in that. But I often quote Jesus when he says, you can tell a tree by the fruit it bears. The word love is actually a verb. Denotes action. So whenever you're in an interaction or in some type of relationship with somebody and you are puzzled about why they do what they do, apply this equation. Love equals ub4me. The greatest love story that was ever told was the story of Jesus. And we could start there. Jesus love. His love equaled us before him. Let's just start right there with it. So I'm going to crank my treadmill up. We're going to go 30 minutes. I feel pretty good today. Weather's great in New Orleans. I had an awesome day yesterday. I'm just going through a purification process internally and externally. If you guys saw, I posted my weed and seed process. Weed out, seed in. Weed out, seed in, which means I'm removing things from my life that is either it's not beneficial to me, it's not useful for me, it don't look good to me, and it's not right. All right, I mean, for my type of garden, that I want to plant. So I'm in a weed and seed process right now. So, like I stated in my Facebook, if you notice, some of you guys are block or remove. Maybe you've been the weed, that the God is revealing to me. Because I have to be in a position this time that I have to be able to do what I was meant to do on this planet. And in order to do that, I have to be almost like God says, when he comes back, it's going to be like a thief in the night. Nobody even know the hour. Nobody. Angels, none. But I'm not trying to say that I'm on that level, but, from a symbolic standpoint, I would suggest you guys do the same. Weed and seed in your life. Remove yourself from toxic relationships, things that's not beneficial to you. Discontinue thoughts and feelings that you have to go along to get along. I weeded seeded some people, I've been knowing for years. But when you're not tapped in to the supreme source of all wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, well, you just be You know, you just be in relationships or associating yourself with people that you shouldn't even be associating yourself with. You know, like I was discussing with a friend of mine, he was breaking this thing down. Then I'm gonna go deeper. Not on the next mental health ministry podcast, but the one following that. Because the next one is going to be a recap with my psychiatrist I had on Friday. And then after that, we're going to have the one that I've been planning for several days. But it just depends on how the spirit drives a move. So, love equals ub4me. Ladies, I'm going to start with you guys first. Because many of you guys, y'all be putting yourselves in situations. Sometimes I need to scratch my head. I have to scratch my head, but I understand. I got what I needed to move forward with a question that I had in my mind and heart about women. We could say, different demographics. But about women in general, man, it's like me. I'm single, right? And I was talking to some friends of mine yesterday, and we were discussing the struggle, that we have around our age dealing with our women. I brought up a live that I did several weeks ago. The title of it was, "Is Kevin Samuels Right About Our Women?" Some of my female friends, they couldn't even watch the video because they couldn't get past the title. And if I break it down a little bit further, I can show you guys why. But I probably won't, because I have to be careful, man. Like the Spirit told me one day, it said, "Then you have to build the people up, not tear them down. Build yourself up first. Don't tear yourself down. Build the people up. Don't tear it down." But a person that's been struggling with depression, one of my coping strategies is, for the first time in my life, I'm able to share what's on my mind and heart and not keep these feelings bottled up inside, which I thought in the past is what, contributed. It was part of my spiraling down. But since I've been sharing and being honest and transparent, wounds has been healing. My wounds has been healing, internally and externally. My family and friends is healing. Now, when I share what's on my mind and heart, that the God has been empowering me, that I've been sharing truth. No assumption. I can't really. I think about one of my shares. It's not a conclusive one, but I had a good idea. Love equals ub4me. Jesus lived that to a T. I mean, just to think, if Jesus really didn't love us and he just professed it with his mouth, but he had no activities behind it, like many of us do. You know, if you're in a relationship or married, and whatever type of challenges you have, you have to question yourself. Love equals you before me. So you have to feel that. You know what I mean? Across the table from you, if that's your husband, if that's your wife, you don't feel like this person is putting you before her or you before him, y'all might need to come see me with some life coach. Because you might have some issues. A lot of us get into these relationships really based on lower desires. You know? Because as I stated in the previous live, certain groups, certain demographics, certain segments of the population don't understand that there's a science in mating. But everything goes back to, you know, when God asks you or gives you some guidance to seek him in all things, and everything would be granted to you in your relationship, in your work life, in your career, in your health and wellness journey. You have to include him in everything you do. And pray and ask for the grace and guidance so that you may be successful. Love equals you before me. Jesus displayed that. God displayed that. The major prophets displayed that. Moses, Abraham. Yeah. So you can judge a person by the level of love that they have. I mean, are they 98.9% servant? Or are they 98.9% taker? I know this might upset some people, but whatever. The next time you go to that mega church, mega mosque, mega synagogue, you have to ask yourself, is it us before them? I mean, if you feel like somebody's taking, and not giving, you might need to end that relationship. And to be honest with you, pastors might be watching this. It is what it is. But in most big churches, aka mega churches, they take from the people. You know, I mean, while they enrich themselves here, they got your mind up in the sky, hoping for a better life. That ain't love. That ain't love equals you before me. I can apply that equation to political institutions, religious institutions, family structure, family institutions, marriage institutions. Love equals you before me. You know, like the Bible teaches you. If you can hold on this command, love thy neighbor as you love yourself, well, this world would be great. But the hypocrisy is many of us we love ourselves and we profess to our mouth, from our mouth, that we love our neighbor. But if you judge the activity, you don't. A lot of you guys skip some steps. I mentioned this in the meeting at the ARC. I quoted a scripture when the Bible poses a question and asks, how could you love God, someone whom you've never seen, and hate your brother, someone who you see every day? If I asked anybody that was in that meeting that day, oh, you love God, you love Jesus? Oh, yeah, Jesus, my Lord and Savior, I love my... But yeah, I mean, you hating on your brother every day. See, I mean, God knows that that's not even possible. That's why the goal for me is to remove self-hatred. It's all internal work that'll show itself outside. It's all internal work that'll show itself outside. Love equals you before me. So when I say self-hatred, you guys might think of it as like, I don't hate myself, I'm cool with myself. Let me break it down a little bit further. If you're in a molding track and your level of disobedience is causing you a misfortune in your life, you hate yourself. If you're not a willing participant to follow the guidance of your supreme master, Lord of the worlds, supreme being, the G-O-D, I mean, you hate yourself. Because the guidance is designed for you to succeed. So every time you disobey, every time you sin, you hating on yourself. As I stated in the previous live/broadcast, we are predators to ourselves. A predator to yourself. Damn. Let me devour myself. You know what I'm saying? Backbite, gossip, bad diet, not exercising, obesity. You're a predator to yourself. You know, high blood pressure, sugar diabetes. You're a predator to yourself because you want to be disobedient. And what happens is you get to a level like I was where your level of awareness is like gone, man. Like you can't even recognize the predators no more. Because you're more of a predator than who you may claim to be predators. Now we're going to take it to 30 minutes. Fasted cardio. Most of you guys have been with me long enough to know how to set your resistance level on your cardiovascular machine. It's about 17 minutes. We're going to go 30. Topic of our walk and talk. Love equals you before me. Oh, but I got some stuff I would like to share with you guys. The 2 podcasts coming up is going to be very powerful. Mental Health Ministry Podcast, S365. Trying to figure some technology around it. because I want to start bringing in callers and guests and stuff like that. When I get all of that together, those of you who didn't, you serve your purpose too. Weed. I'm weed and seed. And really the reason why I'm in this mode of weeding and seeding, because we don't have a lot of time left. I mean, we gotta do what we gotta do, man. Young England man, come back. Say good job. My obedient servant. Because we ain't got a lot of time. I don't have a lot of time because I wasted a lot of time being around weeds, masquerading as seeds. So, if you guys are watching this, that I've had a discussion with, face to face or phone to face, and you guys know, a text, whatever, it is what it is. Keep it moving. But I know that some of you guys, man, that I have interaction with, that have classified you as a weed. I mean, leave me alone. I'ma block you. And like, man, you think I'm trying to? I mean, if I classify you as a weed, what point you trying to make if you saying that you're gonna block me? Huh? Leave me alone. But ain't nobody say, Ben, you know what? That was untrue. So we hold truth at falsehood until it knocks out his brains. So once I get everything together, because I need to rebuy a lot of my fitness equipment, my scale, my blood pressure, my body fat meter. I'm going to bring you guys into the other part of it, maybe like once or twice a week. Because right now I've been doing my 30 minutes cardio first, and then I'll go into the resistance phase of it. Typically I'll do the resistance phase, and icing on the cake would be the cardio. So I'm going to buy some equipment where I can bring you guys into grocery stores. Matter of fact, I gotta put up a picture, because I was in Walmart and I picked up some stuff I wanted to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys the supplements, and I'm going to show you guys, those of you that's interested in getting into the health and wellness industry, I'm going to show you guys how to start a supplement line. So, I mean, whatever I'm doing, I'm going to try my best to include you guys in the journey. So, we'll have a lot of virtual sessions. I want to start bringing people in, having some commentary into these lives. So, man, we're just going to have fun. So yesterday, I got in contact with my graphic designer I had here in New Orleans, because I have a lot of contracts, artwork and things on file that I lost / left in Atlanta. So hopefully, if he watch, print flow. My brother Joe moved his office out on Broad. He was on the West Bank. But one thing about this brother, I have to be honest. Boy, he hard to get in contact. I know I'm gonna have to chase him, but it is what it is. I thought I had my files on cloud when I had a couple of documents, but I didn't. We working on a partnership with some community organizations in New Orleans to start doing our Mardi Gras Jam classes. And I'm noticing if it's a real organization, they're gonna want real documentation. So, love equals ub4me. So yesterday, I was going to my bank to make a deposit from the charity that you guys have been providing me, assisting me with my recovery. And some of you guys know I've been traveling back and forth to Chalmette, and it's been costing me, man. So I'm still in transition, right? I mean, from the rehab, so I got some stuff in place, but that Uber ride was draining. I reached out to my seeds and weeds, and the seeds responded the way seeds respond, and the weeds respond the way the weeds respond. But that's just where I'm at, because when the guys say, Ben, I need you to be a salesperson for me, I mean, that's my approach. I would send the same communication to a number of people. And I did it with this one. I mean, the seed stepped to the table, and the weed stepped to the table. I have a friend of mine. I don't even know if this person's a friend or not. But when you're not self-aware, when you're not striving to get closer to God, it's either you sweep it under the rug, or you rationalize it, or you pushing it back in your mind. But this guy is similar to the other guy that I was talking about. I have these organizations, and it appear on the outside that you might be one thing, but behind curtains you're not. I got a friend of mine that has an organization. I'm not gonna get too specific with it, because it's not an actual fact, but it's something that you should be able to look and observe. My mom used to tell me, Ben, everything starts at home. What you do at home, what you gonna do outside. So this guy got an organization, and it may appear that that his intention is for good. I'm coming to understand that might not be the case. Because this guy had people that's close to him that he don't even use the same principles with, that he's shouting out in the public. And as a result, the people that's close to them is suffering. I don't have the actual fact, but I need to touch on it. So this guy goes around the city and do a lot of stuff which could appear with the naked eye, man, this guy is wow. But if you know about him like what I know about him, you would be like, man, how do you let something in your internal circle go in a certain way, but yet you spewing all of this outside of yourself? I mean, how do we do that? I mean, you go through all this trouble and all this energy. So is it really the case? You before me. So is it that sometimes we do these so-called charitable efforts in our community to make us feel a certain way, but it's not genuine? Love equals you before me. So if I have a community outreach organization and the people that's close to me, so-called close to me, and you don't use the same principle and guidance that you teach in the public with, and you seeing people that's close to you that's suffering, boy, sometimes we have to dig down deep. So it's 28 minutes. We going on 30. As you guys know, we're going to do a 2 to 3 minute cool down, right? To lower that heart rate down. So, I'm hoping you guys got something from this walk and talk with your brother, Ben J. Willard. Fasted cardio in the morning. We losing weight together. I need you guys to go on my Facebook page and inbox me, whoever that's interested in participating in our free Mardi Gras Jam cardiovascular extravaganza. Inbox me, Ben.Willard1. Ben Willard on Facebook. Synergy Fit 365 on Facebook. TikTok, Synergy Fit 365. Snapchat, Synergy Fit 365. Twitter, Synergy Fit 365. Inbox. You know? So if you inbox me, I mean, I'm not going to aggravate, you know what I mean? But we're going to put you down as a VIP. I mean, hopefully, you know, you would want to second line your way to better health. Second line your way to lose weight. Second line your way to burn fat. Hopefully. So it's 30 minutes. I'm gonna decrease my incline to 0.0 and we'll start to lower my heart rate. Fitbit, Apple Watch, it's right here. If not, you have showing you where you at on your cardiovascular machine. So I'm going to lower my heart rate. Talk to you guys for another minute or so, and we out. So have a big day today. Hopefully I can meet with my graphic designer, Print Flow Joe. If you're watching this, I got my fingers crossed, man. I know I'm going to have to run behind you, but it is what it is. I need these files. Next podcast is going to be a recap with the Mental Health Ministry podcast on Spotify and Anchor. Synergy Fitness 365 presents the Mental Health Ministry. I'm going to recap an hour and 45-minute session that I had with my psychiatrist on Saturday. I thought you guys would be interested in hearing it. The following episode on the Mental Health Ministry is going to be titled, How Do You Manage When Your So-Called Family and Friends Show Lack of Support? I can go in one subcategory and run it. I'm going to try to include everything in my share with that because this is very deep. Any of you guys that have any type of mental health challenges, you must know your family's not going to really understand. They're going to make some missteps. Your friends, you know, people that claim to be this and that. So in that process, you have to weed and see. But the goal is, like I shared in the cause and effect Mental Health Ministry podcast, you have to seek your higher power. I used to have an affirmation dealing with depression. The affirmation would be me and the God. Every time, that I would come into a situation where I would question myself, a family member said that or did what? A friend for over 20 years said what and did what? It's me and the God. So that affirmation got me in a mental state like, okay, let's go, God. Because I know you're not going to have no fickle attitude. I know you're not going to have no ulterior motive. I know you're not going to say one thing and do another. I know you're not going to lie to me. Me and the God. That I suggest all you guys that's watching this broadcast, whatever you're dealing with your life, if it comes down to a point where you feel like you're going along to get along with somebody in a toxic relationship, you have to remove yourself. Don't worry about the connection. Don't worry about being alone. Don't worry about nobody not caring about you. Say this affirmation to yourself. It's me and the God. So with that, I appreciate you guys burning them calories with me. I feel good. I'm ready to start my day. And be on the lookout for the Mental Health Ministry podcast. The next one we're going to do, I'm going to recap my hour and 45-minute session with my psychiatrist. So you guys have a beautiful day. If you need to contact me, I'm open. Email me. You can call me. Number is on all the social media platforms. We're going to be doing some wellness assessments today. Hopefully, you guys would want to sign up to the Body by Ben Fit Program for Women, Body by Ben Fit Program for Men. And we have an open enrollment for our Mardi Gras Jam aerobics class. Next 90 days, we're going to be in every city in New Orleans, or every neighborhood or community, God willing. We just gonna have fun, y'all. But we figured out a way to burn fat and have fun. So come join me. Inbox, Mardi Gras Jam. The biggest thing since Zumba. With that being said, this is your brother, Ben J.